You are now receiving a collect call from the Islewood United States Federal Penitentiary. To accept these charges, press 9. Bring, bring, bring. My mother declined these charges, and as such, the chains on my body no longer, cuffs on my wrist undone, and I end up in that very same courtroom where I was sentenced. 25 to life turned into my life ends at 25, and order in a court, turn a court thee in order. A phrase that plagued my mind a million times again when I was reminded of my crime, homicide. Asked to recant my story, and so it begins May 18th. Mama! I'm gonna go play basketball, but no, don't worry, I'll be home early. I know I got school tomorrow. I'm just hooping with my friends from around the way. She asked me to bring my little brother, and I said, nah, Ma, not today. That's when I left that house and met up with my friends. And yes, they were hood rats, but these were brothers I could put my trust in. But it was this trust thing that got me here today, Your Honor. And before we start to dribble the ball, my homies start to spark a J, and I've never been much of a smoker, honest. But that peer pressure kind of got a way of making you do things because I didn't want to be seen as afraid. Because, Your Honor, my homies were affiliated. Yeah. So that meant they was always by that trap house. We didn't even start hooping and we all getting fanned out. I might have been a little high, but everything seems like it was planned out. That's when they finally took me to the trap, and it all started to make sense now. So we knocked on the door like... So when a big homie came out, he was laughing, cracking jokes with a spliff in his mouth, and he invited us in. Look, honest, I've never really had dreams of a pharmaceutical field, but a different feeling we wasn't leaving in the same condition that he met us in. I was nervous. Everyone in there was toting hammers like they was builders, but I know none of these people got anything but gangster lives. They rolled up again. And this time, a new strain is beginning to hit a little different, so obviously I'm thinking that I'm getting laced. I take a puff. I get extra high. I take another. My eyes roll back. I wake up still dead inside. They pass me the steel. Are you scared? Out of control of my body, I respond with nah. I'm more hood than a golden grill. That's when they all laugh. Said bet and said we about to go on a drill. We got in his car. He tapped on his driver's shoulder, told him to make a hard right. Told me we was about to run up on this woman and a kid and said that it was on site. And me, I said, nah, I'm not in the business for hurting women and children. He told me to shut up, that this is real life. He grabbed a grip, put it next to my chin, the cold steel pressed against my warm skin. It's when he told me it was me and then. 10 p.m. We pull up slow. Still dark outside. I see the woman and the little man with his blue hoodie on real tight, and I put your hands up and do not make a sound. Make it easy for us all. Just drop the bread and do not turn around. And as little man starts to turn as if he heard a familiar sound, I blink, flinch, I panic. Now the mother on the ground holding a son while I'm stuck in place like a mannequin. I'm running, my throat burning because I inhaled it wrong, my finger burning because I held it wrong. My body. 10:48 p.m. I walked in my front door. I yell out for my dukes and my little dude, but they don't respond like they usually do. It's quiet in the crib. So I go look for my dukes and my little dude, and they not there. I look for my phone. I see missed calls from my family too. Hello? Yeah, I'm sitting down. What's up? No, I'm just watching the news. My mother and my little brother got mugged. What you mean? By who? And before I got to answer the next question, I asked him if he was wearing a hoodie that was blue, and the only thing she could tell me was how I knew. Your Honor, my brother's blood on my hands. You tell me what you would do. The gavel bang. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. A phrase that plagued my mind a million times. My brother's blood on my hand. Do you know the weight that it's like? So hold the dead brother's casket on your left arm while the resting head of your mother's on the right. Security rushing to stand as I'm yelling, begging, pleading for my mother to understand it was just a mistake. She got one son dead, the other dead to the system, and the gavel banged one last time. And in the case of Jaydan versus USA, I hereby sentence the defendant 25 to life. Bang!